Hello and welcome to Singapore. In this video I'm going to be doing a sightseeing tour, and I've begun here in the Marina Bay Sands shopping centre. I'm actually here with Anna, who I met in Europe last year when I was in Romania, and we bumped into each other in Kosovo. Anyway, this is Marina Bay Sands shopping centre, 1% of Singapore's GDP. So we've stepped out the shopping centre and check this out. What a view. Look at the ground, how clean that is. I'm sure you all know the rule in Singapore, no chewing gum. Well, this is the result. Helix Bridge, very nice at night time, and the Singapore Eye. Wonder where they got that idea from. You can see I'm sweating so much. I decided to wear trousers because I thought in the evening it would be, you know, cooler, but no, it's Singapore. And check it out, Marina Bay Sands, one of the most famous hotels in the world, just behind the Gardens by the Bay. Now inside Gardens by the Bay, incredible at night time. There's a light show at 7:45 and 8:45, I believe, every single day, so best time to come. And you're going to see this many people here probably, but I think it's going to be worth it. A £1 billion super park with super trees, and I feel like I'm in an Avatar film. Just do a panoramic, you can see. Show, really impressive, don't miss it, honestly worth it. And the colours and the sounds, very dramatic and very gripping, as you could probably tell. I don't really want to leave, but Anna's pushing us on because there's another light show in, where is it?
Marina Bay Sands is a water show actually.
Okay. Back on the bayfront, look at that view now. Iconic for Singapore. I think Same as KL, as I mentioned in my KL night tour video, Kuala Lumpur night tour video I should say, if you don't know what KL stands for. Travel around Singapore at night time, you're gonna experience much cooler temperatures and much better views. The insane light show. Absolutely epic. 8:45 every day. Again, it goes on for longer than you can imagine. Hey, it's now the next day and I'm back in the area near my hotel, which is next to the Masjid Sultan Mosque. Make sure you come and have a look at this and the surrounding area, streets and souvenirs and places to eat with a heritage vibe. I covered it in my last video on the day I arrived in Singapore, so I'm not going to cover it in this video. If I want to get more of an idea what this area is like, then you can check out the previous one. But I'm going to move on to some more attractions in Singapore to try and fit them all in this video. So I'm now here in the Singapore Botanic Gardens. And contrary to what you may think, it's 158 years old and boasts the fact of being the only garden in the world to be a UNESCO World Heritage Site. There are over 10,000 species of plant in here and a particularly interesting national orchid garden. In case you're wondering, yes, the Singapore Botanic Gardens are completely free to enter. This area here is the rainforest section, dense and multi-layered. You can walk through it a bit further back, and this is what Singapore originally used to look like. And it's quite amazing that this is still remaining here. It's one of the final remnants of the sort of landscape that Singapore used to be before it became the metropolis that it is now. It was just $1 Singapore to enter the National Orchid Garden here with a student ID. $5 for a normal adult. The Orchid Garden is the main attraction within the Botanic Gardens of Singapore, and it has over 1,000 species of orchid and 2,000 hybrids. So I'm now here in Little India, which is a section of Singapore. 9.1% of Singapore's population are Indian. Lots and lots of jewelers on the main high street here. On the other side too, I can see some. So I'm now here in Little India beside the Sri Veeramakalian temple. I'm going to go inside now and see it closer up. It's one of the main things to see in Little India. So I've now gone from Little India to Chinatown, and the change couldn't be any different. A huge amount of the population are Chinese, 74.3%. This street has a lot of places you can buy souvenirs and things. There's a lot of restaurants and food around, and I'm sure there's a few temples in this area too, so I'm gonna just commence my exploring once more. Again, we have all these old style buildings. Singapore constantly mixing the old and the new. You can see how modern and developed it is now, but in the past, Chinatown was quite a gritty place, riddled with opium dens, and it's completely changed now, of course, and for the better, because you can see there are so many things to do here. It's a huge area. I'm not going to be able to walk around all the streets probably. Opium dens and slave traders, including the biggest coolie house, Kwong Hup Yun, dominated. Talking about Pagoda Street, which is the street I've just walked down here, the main street, I believe, of Chinatown, with all these old buildings. Believe it or not, there is a Hindu temple just on the end of Pagoda Street, which has been there since the mid-19th century or something like that. So having walked away from what is today's main area of Chinatown, I've come to an area called Telok Ayer, which is near where some of the first Chinese settlers established themselves in Singapore when it was owned by the British. And I'm going to one temple in particular, Tien Hock Kung, which looks very nice at night time. You can see a little statue here of some of the early Chinese settlers in the beginning of the 19th century. As always in Singapore, beautifully lit and spacious, well organized. Unfortunately, there's no entry to Tien Hock Kung at the moment. I'm not sure if it's because of the construction work or the time of day, but I imagine it's due to them doing some reconstruction. However, you can walk along the street here at Telok Ayer and soak in the view next to all these amazing skyscrapers. So having walked through the financial district from Telok Ayer. I've reached Telok Ayer Market, which is a restored Victorian covered centre in the CBD with lots of local delicacies and street food, and you can see here all the people sitting down outside it.
Mineral water, you got tonic, you got ginger water, you got sparkling mineral water.
This is insane. Check it out. So much choice. And I'm not even inside the centre yet. I've just walked through the outside. There's Vietnamese, there's Chinese, there's Indian, there's everything. So I'm going to end this Singapore sightseeing tour there. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you found it useful. If you're interested in seeing how expensive things are here, then check out the next video as I'll be breaking down one day's worth of expenses. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you then. Peace.